Manga-Waido.
My name is Koji Hattori. I was about to tell Iori, the girlfriend I live with, very bad news. Iori, actually, my company went bankrupt.
Huh? What do you mean?
The company went bankrupt, and I lost my job.
Wait, are you serious? You're unemployed? That's unbelievable.
I joined a company with a good salary as a new graduate, and started dating Iori, who I met through a colleague last year. We started living together on the premise of marriage just the other day. It's understandable to be upset when your fiancé loses their job right before you're about to get married. I'm sorry, but I'll try to find another one soon.
I have a plan for my life after marriage, and I can't lower my standards of living now. Please don't work for a company that will reduce your pay, okay?
Yeah, I'll do my best. Iori dated me even though I wasn't popular with the girls, and she gave me confidence. I loved Iori, and I didn't want to break up with her. I tried my hardest to get a new job at a company with good conditions, but it wasn't so easy to find a company with the right conditions. So while I was job hunting, I worked part-time as a security guard to make ends meet. But no luck here either. 2 months later, I still couldn't find a job that would give me the same pay as before. A friend of mine from college asked me to come work for him.
What's the salary there?
It's less than before, but it sounds like a good company.
No, you can't take a pay cut. I told you, I don't want to lower my standards of living, didn't I?
Well, that's true, but
You're gonna have to work harder than that. I don't want to be miserable all of a sudden.
Iori was still spending money as before, so our savings kept dwindling. I couldn't make ends meet just by working part-time as a security guard, so I started taking on web development jobs through a matching site because of my programming skills. Although Iori also worked, she spent all of her salary on cosmetics and brand-name goods, so I paid all of our living expenses. Even though we started living together with such a promise, it's gonna be pretty hard if things continue like this. I asked Iori to cut down on eating out and shopping, but
What? I thought you were gonna make me happy.
yeah, but you need to think about our financial situation.
Enough! You're a lousy man, and you can't even make ends meet. The marriage is off. I'm going back to my parents' house. Goodbye!
No! Iori actually packed her bags and left. After that, no matter how many times I tried to contact her, she never responded, and finally, she blocked my calls. In the end, Iori was just going out with me because she was a gold digger, and I did what she wanted me to do. I was shocked, but I had to work in order to survive. I managed to keep my part-time job and side jobs. Then one day, that dog. I was on my way home from a security job, and I saw a dog wandering around with its leash still attached. I wonder if he got separated from his owner while walking. The dog looked anxious and wary, just like I was right now. I couldn't leave him alone, so I took him to the police station.
Ah, Marshmallow! I was looking for you!
The owner had just come to request a search.
He got startled by the lightning earlier and ran. Thank you so much. I don't know how to thank you.
No. I just did what I had to do. The man bowed his head repeatedly, thanked me, and left. Even I could be useful like this. If I keep making sincere efforts, I'm sure something good will come out of it. I'm a simple guy, and this one thing made me feel a little more positive afterwards. If you change your mind, luck will come to you, little by little. After that, my side job developing websites was successful, and the number of referrals increased, and I was able to consistently receive orders, and my income became stable. By the time a year had passed, I was making as much money as I had before. And one day, The president of the company, who had requested me for several small projects, said to me, "This time it's a larger project, and I would like to discuss it in person." When I went to the designated coffee shop, I found a familiar face there.
Thank you for your help. My name is Matsukawa, from Wide Star Inc.
Excuse me, but we've met before, right? At the police station?
What? Oh, are you the one who saved Marshmallow?
Yes!
Thank you very much for that. But still, what a coincidence!
Yes, really.
This is Kazuha Tono, the designer who orders the photos and illustrations.
Nice to meet you.
It's my pleasure. After that, I spoke with Kazuha-san more often at work meetings. Kazuha-san is very dedicated to her work, and finishes before the deadline, and is quick to respond to changes. I was also able to consult with her when I was struggling with the site's expectations, and she gave me sound advice. I fell for Kazuha-san before I knew it, but I couldn't confess my feelings to her because of my experience for being dumped by Iori. Then one day...
By the way, when we first met, you and President Matsukawa were talking about dogs. What was that about?
Actually, I once rescued Matsukawa-san's dog when it got lost.
I didn't know that. That's very kind of you to save a stranger's dog.
I was at a low at the time, because my company went bankrupt, and my ex-girlfriend dumped me, so I couldn't overlook a dog that was walking around aimlessly. I just thought he was kind of like me.
You can even read a dog's expression?
What? Well...
You're interesting, Hattori-san.
Wow. I've never had a woman call me interesting before. My ex kept calling me a boring guy.
Is that so? Your ex-girlfriend has no taste. When we work together, I always find your ideas and points of view interesting.
Really?
Yes, I am very inspired by our work together.
Thank you very much. I'm so glad.
Sorry to keep you waiting. The meeting dragged on.
No problem.
You two seem to be having a lot of fun. Are you two in a relationship?
What? Actually, when I went out for a drink with Matsukawa-san, I blurted out, "I'm interested in Kazuha-san." All at once, it developed into a love consultation. That's probably why he said this on purpose. Even so, it's too sudden. Oh no, I'm just a...
I'm hoping we can have that kind of relationship.
What?
If it's not trouble for you, of course.
It's not trouble at all. I thought you were wonderful too, Tono-san.
Oh, did I play the Cupid of love?
Matsukawa-san, thank you so much! After that, I approached Kazuha-san, saying I couldn't let this opportunity pass me by. I want us to be close, not only in business, but also in our private life. Please go out with me!
Yes, I'd love to.
And so, I was able to become Kazuha-san's boyfriend. I guess some good things come out of life. It's all thanks to you, Matsukawa-san. Matsukawa-san, I will follow you for the rest of my life! And this wish of mine will come true in time. A year later, Kazuha and I were invited to join Matsukawa-san's company.
It's a small startup with only 5 employees, but I thought that I could enjoy working with the two of you.
I understand. I'll gladly accept.
I'd love to as well.
Kazuha and I became the people in charge of setting up the online business division under President Matsukawa. Busy but enjoyable days working with Matsukawa-san's personality and virtue passed. After 10 years of selflessly pushing forward, I'm already 40 years old. These 10 years have gone by in the blink of an eye. I was at a party at a luxury hotel, reminiscing. Just then...
Look who it is, Koji.
Iori. Iori, the ex-girlfriend who dumped me over a decade ago, was there.
What are you doing here? Are you working here as a waiter?
No, I'm just here for the party.
Oh, yeah. I just thought I should thank you. I was able to break up with you because you got unemployed.
Which means...
After I left you, I met a wonderful man and we got married, which gave me the lifestyle I wanted.
I see. That's great.
My husband is the head of the web department here. He makes 10 million a year. Isn't that amazing?
Iori had a sly smile on her face. I told her, trying not to burst out laughing. What a coincidence! I also belong to the web department here.
What?
I'm sorry that as a member of your management team, that we could only provide your husband with a low monthly salary that's nowhere near 10 million.
Management? You don't have to tell such childish lies.
Iori was smiling broadly, as if mocking me. Then a man ran up to me. Executive Director! Good work! Yeah, good work. What were you talking about with my wife?
What? Is this guy really the executive director?
Yes, I still work for Matsukawa-san's company. When I joined the company, it was a small company run out of a one-room apartment. But as a result of the efforts of all the employees, it's grown into a large company with multiple subsidiaries. I became the executive director, and I even commanded a large number of subordinates. Iori, you didn't say something rude to the executive director, did you?
What? Huh?
Don't worry about it. Today's supposed to be casual. I'll forget what you just said. Iori? What did you do to the executive director?
No, it's not my fault.
Oh yeah, I should thank you too.
What?
Thank you for leaving me back then. It's allowed me to have the wonderful life I have now. And I'm engaged to a wonderful woman.
Huh?
Let me introduce you. Iori's eyes opened wide as I called Kazuha over. Her name is Kazuha Tono. She's the president of one of our subsidiary companies. We're getting married soon.
Nice to meet you. I'm Kazuha Tono. No way. I've seen her on TV. Is this person really?
Just the other day, Kazuha was interviewed on TV as a beautiful president, and she must have seen it.
No.
Enjoy the party then. Oh yeah, and don't embarrass yourself by lying to people about how much your husband makes, okay? After that, Iori and her husband seemed to be arguing, but I left it alone, because I didn't want to get involved. We enjoyed the party that day, and headed home, but... I wonder what Iori is thinking. That night, she said, "I'm sorry about the past. You're an executive director, which means you make more money than my husband, right? I don't mind going out with you again. Let's go on a date sometime. Don't tell my husband." And sent me a ridiculous DM. I couldn't keep quiet about this. I told Iori's husband. "Your wife actually used to date me a long time ago, and she's been sending me messages like this, and I'm having trouble. You better have a proper talk with her at once." After that, they had a big fight and ended up getting divorced. Iori went back to her hometown alone, but no one knew where she went after that. I married Kazuha 6 months after the party, and we're still happily married. If I had married Iori at that time, I wonder what would have happened now. I shudder just thinking about it. I'm gonna continue to value my family and work hard to make this a better company.